Welcome to At Home with Jonathan and Mary.
Today we're in the kitchen and we're making our version of the Reuben sandwich.
Now, a traditional Reuben sandwich would have ham, turkey, Swiss cheese, coleslaw, and that would be on a rye bread. A modern Reuben sandwich consists of corned beef, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and again on rye bread. Now, Rachel, instead of the corned beef, it actually uses pastrami. And so that's what we use in place of the corned beef, but we still use the sauerkraut. But a traditional Rachel would be pastrami, Swiss cheese, and coleslaw on rye. So instead of that coleslaw, we're going to use the sauerkraut. So let's go ahead and get started.
So our sandwiches today, we're going to use the pumpernickel rye bread. We've got 2 packages of pastrami, sliced Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and Thousand Island dressing. You can use however much meat, however much cheese, however much sauerkraut you prefer in your sandwiches. It's going to be really a matter of preference. Let's get started.
And then as far as the sauerkraut goes, a lot of people don't rinse it, and so they complain about the bitter taste of sauerkraut. So it is important that you just rinse that sauerkraut before you use it.
So we want to add enough Thousand Island dressing to give that sauerkraut a nice coating. Again, preference might dictate how much you use. If you really like the flavor of Thousand Island, use more. If you're a little bit hesitant, start with less. There, we got a nice coating, and now we're ready to put our sandwiches together. So today we're going to make 4 sandwiches. We'll start by getting out 4 slices of bread. Just put those on our board. And then I like the kind of grilled cheese effect that you get by putting the cheese right against the bread. So I just go ahead and put that slice of Swiss cheese right on top of that slice of bread. Next comes the pastrami. And again, use however much you prefer. I like to be relatively generous with the pastrami, and maybe 2-3 pieces per sandwiches. mix the sauerkraut. Just put a nice generous amount of that on top of each sandwich. And then we top each one with another slice of bread.
So while she was doing that, we were actually we had the griddle going on our range here. We did set that to a high temperature.
Actually, I'm going to put the butter right on the griddle. Look at that go. And then just setting each sandwich right on the griddle. I do just want to put a little bit of butter on the top of each sandwich. Our butter isn't that melted, so it's a little clumpy right now, but that's okay. I just want to make sure that when we flip the sandwiches, they get that buttery flavor. And actually, cooking your sandwiches with real butter on the griddle or the skillet is part of the original recipe. And so important to make sure that you are actually using real butter. Now our cooktop tends to get hottest in this lower right hand corner. So that's the sandwich I'm going to monitor the most closely, because I don't want that one burning while the others are firing up and getting heated. Look at that, Jonathan.
That looks real good.
We got a nice dark color on that one. I think we have the griddle nicely heated. Now you don't have to have the griddle cooktop to be able to make a good cheese sandwich at home. You can do this in any frying pan, skillet, anything like that. Just make
Hot plate.
Hot plate, yeah. I think I used to make them on kind of a flat skillet, electric skillet that would plug in before I had this stove. And that looks like it is done. Do you see how that cheese is melted there?
Oh yeah.
We are getting that Swiss nicely melted. And so I'll go ahead and pull those off. We've got a couple more sandwiches to make, and then we'll give them a try. So here's one of our finished sandwiches. You can see the pastrami, the Swiss cheese. The sauerkraut's kind of buried under that pastrami, but it's definitely there. The rye bread is perfectly toasted with a nice coating of butter from our griddle. And Jonathan's going to give it a try.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and give this thing a try here. I'll give you another quick look at that sandwich.
What do you think?
That's really good. The sauerkraut, again, we did do that rinse on there, so it's not bitter, because that is something that people do kind of complain about with sauerkraut, is the bitter taste. Rinsing that was very important to get that bitterness off of the sauerkraut. Flavors are real good. The toasting of the bread on the griddle makes it gives it a nice texture, and that's just really a really good sandwich, so very happy with that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.